Like if I'm over here with Dave or whatever, and you know, we've done contact flow on one foot, changing the center of gravity within the foot in order to make stuff happen, okay? Whereas if I do like kind of with the descending parabolic motion, you're basically gaining the benefits. Oh, and this was interesting. Luke Hamilton on Facebook pointed out that Michael had actually taught him something similar, except he used the phrase 360-degree drop, which is interesting, or like constant drop. So it's another way to think about it. It's like you're getting the elements of dropping into all your motion. Okay, basically anything that would normally be kind of translational motion is now translational with a drop, something like that. So for an exercise to start getting the feel of, any questions? Yeah.
Just one that seems obvious to me is, okay, if I was always descending, eventually my center of gravity is on the floor. So what I noticed, so right at the conclusion, okay, then you kind of recentered.
Not really, because if we were doing like constant contact flow, just move with me a little, okay? If at any point here I were to come up at all, toss me or hit me, boom, that would be very easy for him. Okay, if I were to literally like unbend my legs. What I generally suggest you do is, for example, you know, I'm down here, instead of popping up, I might just go a different direction or place a foot differently and do it again. Okay, within that motion, if you notice, as I step, my knees kind of bend and unbend without necessarily propelling me upwards. See how that works? Okay, yeah, I mean, within this motion, if I now reposition this leg, I can still keep kind of prevent myself from going up, and I can still have this descending thing without actually doing that at any point. Does that make sense at all?
But I think what I'm saying is you're not continuously getting lower and lower and lower as you move it. Like as you move, you're not, because there you'd end up, right? So you're able to keep doing that motion when you move without getting to the floor.
That is correct, yes. And I do that by repositioning my feet, repositioning my center of gravity, but at the same time, if I do this and then it looks like I pop back up, it's because I'm done demonstrating, not because that's what I would actually do, right? If Dave were trying to kill me and I decided to pop up, that would be bad news. Even if I just, you know, descending forever, wonderful, and now I'm safe, I can pop up, but here he comes. Fuck. All right, so I need to be able to, for example, there, he's doing something else. Whoop, still descending here, still whatever I need to do. Anyway, okay. And again, like I'm showing this right now just because it's bigger and more obvious in terms of like penetrating and moving someone, you know, with minimal effort, that kind of thing. Eventually, you shorten this up. It's all applied. You can beat me up. It's okay. Right? It all applies to hitting. Okay? So just bear that in mind. If I'm showing a lot of pushing and moving, it's just to show it actually happening. But the same stuff applies to everything you're doing. So for an exit, good question. Any other questions? And good answer. Any other questions for now? Okay, for an exercise, here's what we're going to do. Similar to some other exercises, we're going to be here, just have your hands up, get way up high on one leg, and we're just going to do this thing, right? With the chop, up, this way with the chop. But some things to notice. Instead of just going da, 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 right? As we go, we're going to really exaggerate this descending parabolic arc, and we're actually going to reach with our bodies. I'm kind of extending, and just putting my foot down when I really have to. In other words, not like kind of making it comfortable, but kind of, you're going to feel some pressure build up in your abdomen as you reach, and then you go across. And up, reach, and go across. Basically, that pressure that you feel building up is some good internal training. So I've been told by John. Okay? Everyone kind of feel that?
Internal training?
Huh?
Good internal training, is that what you said?
Yes. At least according to John. What does he know? Right? So as I go, by the way, you don't need to actually like do a parabola with your hand as you chop. The idea is like with your center of gravity. I reach, I transfer. If you want, you can go breathe in when you come up. And again, body unity, everything ending together. You can do it any direction, doesn't just need to go back and forth. You might even step back, kind of. All right, so keep going, over exaggerating the